Hi, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. We are here tonight with special guest Adrian. I had to make sure I was pointing the right way. Adrian from Red Lentil Healing. And then we got the Johnie and the Jenny. Wait, there's Jenny. There's Jenny. And then there's, wait, am I doing it right? There's John. No, there's Johnie over there.
Better than I would have done.
And just Johnny, do this. It'll point somewhere.
And Johnie, you must show them your shirt.
Yes.
You must.
Thou shalt not try me. Mood 24/7. The Book of Mood, Chapter 7.
24/7. I love it.
Maybe ordering one in every color.
I wanted to say hello
they do have many colors.
They do.
To PS and Huff. Nice to see you again. Does anybody have any opening comments or anything you all wanted to address?
Just prayers for people on the West Coast, especially around Portland, Oregon. They're having a heat wave in like 112 degrees, and a lot of them don't have air conditioner.
Yes.
Nope.
My sister is miserable. She left Dallas where it was like in the high 90s just to go to Portland, and it's 110. And she's like, I could have stayed in Dallas. We're like,
yeah, that's highly unusual for them. And, a lot of elderly if they don't have air conditioning, don't survive heat waves like this.
Yep. And I also wanted to, Jenny, I hate to spring this on you. So I'll get my candle and I hope that you can help me with a quick prayer because Jenny's the queen of this stuff.
Okay.
I'm going to use this candle, which is a tester, as you can see here, that I'm testing.
On the side, too, we have surpassed $2,000 in our donations to the National Urban League on our Juneteenth fundraiser.
Thank you, everybody, for donating. You guys are such generous, kind souls. So, Jenny, the news was out today. I saw it on Twitter that former Democratic Senator Mike Gravel, I don't know if you guys remember him. He was in the presidential debates back when Obama won, and then again when Biden was in. He didn't last very long, but he was a very progressive senator, and he just crossed over today. So I was hoping that you could help us with the prayer.
What was his name again?
Mike, M-I-K-E.
Does Lynn have an imposter account too?
What's that?
Marie said, call Lynn because an imposter just answered her. So maybe she has an imposter account too, like Jenn had.
Yeah, and Lena had one too. Mike, what's his last name?
Gravel, Gravel.
Gravel. I remember the name. I'm trying to remember his face. So
I got the candle. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, you have a lighter?
Well, it was already lit, but one of them went out. So I guess this would be a good time. Okay. All right. Got it.
Okay. So Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Ariel, we surrender to your mercy, compassion, and healing. We thank you for aiding Mike Gravel on his transition to the other side. We thank him for his service, and we ask that you just surround his family with love and support and healing.
Thank you. Thanks, Jenny. Sorry to spring that on you last minute.
That's okay. Y'all had a wonderful video last night with Tea with KARIN.
Oh yeah, that was lots of fun.
Good question.
Questions, yeah.
I enjoyed that.
So, you guys want to start with the nasty dirty, or do you want to start with?
I shall follow your lead.
Are we putting petty boots on early?
Petty boots night tonight. So, I guess, yeah, we'll just start. Did Alan Weiselberg steal from the Trump organization?
Because we know he got gifts that are unaccounted for and his kids and everybody. Did he steal? That's a good question. Weiselberg.
Right.
Thank you, P. Santa.
Thank you, P.S.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ooh. Hold on though, hold on. Let me finish pulling before I open my trap. Interesting. I'd say yes, there was a man, him and maybe a female who were in on it together, a more emotional female. They had cooked up some plans to do this. With the Empress, this was something that a plan they concocted gave birth to, if you will. There's money. They wanted, because at the crown of this, there was some financial gain. They wanted to hold on to something. One of my yes cards, and here now, yes, with the Ace of Swords, there's information is going to come out. Yeah, again, Two of Cups in the emotions. That's why I think that's a male and a female, him and a woman. They were in on it together, which I love. This one that's interesting. The wheel reversed. Wheel of Fortune reversed is in the environment. So, take with that as you will. It's not looking good. It's going to come out. And the hopes and fears, though, and his word of warning is the Three of Swords. There's going to be some loss and heartbreak. And I think something's either going to come out quickly, or there's a lot of communication that's going to come out about this soon with the Eight of Wands. So I think yes, and I think there's a couple different people in on it.
I'm getting a lot of the same cards. There is a woman in on it with him. Yes. From Trump Org, here's the organization. Here's the big fat yes. He and a woman changed something on the records and made it look like it was unfinished work. There's embezzling here or some sort of money laundering or something. Might have put the money in an account overseas. Very strong chance he did this. Thank you, Patricia. Strength on it and victory card on it. Now, same card, heartbreak, but I get heartbreak because the Justice Department already has in the structure of indictments for him that he did some bullying. They already know this. So be patient. And then I get two more yes cards just to top it off.
Thank you, Sue, as well. So I get a yes. Now, we did a reading, whatever day that was, when Jenn went live. Is the Jiren stealing from him, too? And we got yes, and I got that there is a man in power that is helping them steal from him. And I didn't see who that was or know who that was because there's no name except the Emperor on the Emperor card. But I would suspect it would be him since he's been handling Trump finances since 1950. So I get here with the Fool, the Six of Cups.
Is that a goat jumping?
Grasshopper.
Oh, a grasshopper.
And so he's been helping these kids for quite some time. There is something legal that is going to happen, though, and it is going to involve a judgment and a loss of money. Because he, too, is got some sort of, we said this about Trump, we said this about the Trump org, this thing of covering up losses of money, saying that I lost money and I didn't. But yes, he has been, and he still is. He's probably been doing it since Trump Sr.
I got a big old yes. There's the organization with the garden and the sun and the ring. And it's through partnerships and agreements with other people. So
can we ask this? Is Trump aware that he's stealing from him?
Okay.
Mr. Stupid.
Because he wants everybody to pay him for things. I don't think he thinks he's hemorrhaging money, but
Yeah.
And it's interesting because Weiselberg, they said, is not going to turn or take any plea deal or anything. I guess until he seems he's got about 20 charges against him.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Right.
When he's looking at some serious jail time, he might flip.
His Adrian Cat game is always on point.
Lynn Kirster had a great video on that.
Does he know?
That's your CFO. Do you know what he's doing?
Have you checked the children?
Shake those pockets out.
Starts off with the Queen of Pentacles. The challenge is judgment. At the base is burden with the 10 of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune this time is in the recent past. Queen of Cups and then the Tower. I think he knows something's off. He just hasn't quite figured out that it's Weiselberg yet. I think this is this lady is because it was interesting. Whoever this woman who's in on it with him, she's gonna bring a burden. She is going to probably snitch on Weiselberg to save herself with the judgment, the 10 of Wands, and her at the center, and that's her at the crown, and that's what's gonna unravel. It's not gonna be good. And I think too, he may have very recently, things are starting to kind of come up for him that he's starting to go, something's not right. Or like somebody's in his ear, like,
there's Trump org again. Here's Trump watching him. I get no, he's out in the cold right now, but there's strong proof that's getting ready to come out in the courts. I get Trump is blocked right now, but when this all comes out, everything changes. Trump will be very burdened by this news because he thought of him as like family. He's going to boot him out. He's going to go on a rage, total rage against Weiselberg and the woman. This woman, I think she works there too, because she's showing up here now as the Queen of Pentacles. So I think she works under Weiselberg.
She showed up for me at the center of this time. The Queen of Pentacles, and then the Queen of Cups was at the crown.
Yeah.
Same cards, Jen.
Yeah. So he's going to see them go into defense mode and victory with that again. It's in the structure of the indictments, but I don't think he knows yet. I think he's going to learn it through the court stuff.
Yeah, that's what I get. What both y'all got? I think he'll learn through the courts. Nine of Swords is with this. Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. When documents come out about losses of money, then that's when it'll sort of be revealed to him. The problem he has right now is whoever this woman is. I got the Empress and the Queen of Wands. His wealth has always been an illusion. I've never really, thank you, Letitia. I've never really gone with he's completely flat broke and living on fumes, but he is definitely 100% not a billionaire because, as we have discussed before, as y'all have told me before, that was a character created by NBC, the billionaire real estate tycoon. And so here with the Seven of Pentacles, this has been going on a very long time with the Nine of Wands. His wealth is an illusion. It's not really what he thinks it is because he doesn't do his own finances. But there will be a gigantic change, and it will be a necessary one. The card is kind of Grimson, or what is the word? Not Grimson. Whatever that word is.
Gruesome.
Thank you. I'm like Grimson.
Gruesome and crimson.
Because I kept, okay, anyway.
Because that blood is the color crimson color. So yes.
It's gruesome.
It's gruesome, but vultures serve a purpose. And they clean up basically everything that is on the plains for something else to eat. So what is going to happen is necessary for his development. Now, that's not necessarily going to change him because he's 70 million years old and he's not going to change. But his whole entire world is about to unravel, just like Adrian said, as soon as those court documents come out and it's revealed he has no money.
And he'll be eating crow. He can't even afford crow.
No. Crow is expensive. I think it's $17 for one plate of crow. You can't eat crow, they say.
Thank you,
I
Pam.
get yes. However, it's almost like I don't want to say part of the plan because Trump has no foresight, but it's almost like that way he can sacrifice Weiselberg and he stays clean.
Yeah.
So kind of like
He acts like he doesn't know.
but he knows because that way the blame will fall on the dirty accountant that look at me, poor me, I'm the victim. He was stealing from me. It's all him, you know? So here's another question following up on the Weiselberg train. As Alan Weiselberg has been going to meet with Trump at Trump Towers, has he been wearing a wire?
Ooh, shoot.
Oh, God.
Got to be more careful.
It's my brother saying I should put that on the shirt.
Have they made wire sweat proof yet? Because I can imagine Weiselberg sweating up a storm on a wire.
That's a good point.
It'll be sorting out.
You know, he's been talking to Trump his whole life. He's probably got that down pat by now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what to say, how to say it.
If anybody knows how to show him BS, it'd be him.
Ooh. Ooh, shoot.
Oh, interesting.
I like where
Interesting.
I mean, got to be a little bit more careful. Starts off with the moon. Something has not come to the surface yet. However, the challenge is the Ace of Swords, the Sword of Truth. Why is that? Because the Emperor Trump is about to be out in the cold with the Five of Cups. Why is that? Because Lady Weiselberg's wearing that Sword of Truth. She out there snitching. Here's the thing. I got a little bit of piece of advice for Alan Weiselberg. If you were to go to prison, don't let your general population inmates know that you wore a wire. That's one of the quickest ways for you to get, shim-shammied in the shower. They don't like snitches like that. They really don't.
My reading is bringing up more questions. Somebody's cooperating. I get that an offer was made to the woman. Strength on that. Going in there, spying on old times. I get a big old yes card there. Fortunes will be changing. It's backstabbing on the whole family. It's going to lead to more court actions. So I get, yes, there is someone wearing a wire, but I get it's the woman, whoever this woman is, or she might, if she's not a woman, she's second under Weiselberg.
I get a yes in the middle with the sun, and that it's about payments with the Six of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. The children are also indicated on some sort of dialogue, and it's because it's prominent kids, so I'm going to say his kids, but the Six of Wands, Six of Cups. So yes, and there is some sort of evidence about payments, which is separate from the kids, but there's payments and then something on the kids too.
I get a no. I get to know that he's just separated himself from that. He's just not even going there. So I get a no. So did you have a follow-up question, Jenny?
Yeah, I want to know who the second in command is, if we can get any insight on it. Is it a woman or is it a man that's under Weiselberg?
I thought it was a man.
Are there more indictments coming for someone under Weiselberg?
So what's the question? Because that was like 3 questions right there.
Are there indictments coming for someone else besides Weiselberg in the family? Is there another employee that's going to have indictment?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Somebody's going to have to be defending because it ends with there's conflict and they're going to have to defend. Starts with the Five of Swords, and the challenge is the Six of Pentacles. Good gracious, I have to need to go in my drawer of glasses and pull out something so I can read these cards. Yeah, the challenge is about yeah, I'm going to say yes, because at the crown too is the sun, the illumination, one of my yes cards. They're going to be, there's conflict though. It's going to be like who rats out who so they don't have to take the full heat for it, because they're anxious as all get out. They're super anxious, super emotional. They want so badly to move away from this with the Chariot. But they know they're going to be out in the cold. They're going to be some heartbreak with the Five of Cups and having the conflict with the Five of Wands. Yeah, it's like the what's that show he did where he had the thank you, my brain stopped. The princess has nothing on what they're about to do to throw each other under the bus for this.
Yeah.
Get your popcorn.
Yeah, I get there's a whole breakdown at Trump.org because somebody's whistleblowing and going to make them all emotional. Somebody in the network, and I'm going to say there's computer documentation of something too that they're moving forward on. I keep getting these 3 cards, so I think at least 3 people besides the Trump family that were emissaries for the king, so they work for him. Strong case, DOJ going at or Justice Department going after them. I get it involves money laundering, maybe of Russian money. And also how they wrote off losses, people, an action being taken on people that worked out the details, and a little heart stabbing. That's gonna hurt.
I don't know if it's anybody in Trump.org for a second. Let me go back in. I don't know if it's the kids. I do get prominent children, but I don't know if it's necessarily, Huey, Louie, and Dewey, but it is somebody here with the Two of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's kind of like it may be somebody closer to him that gets in trouble here, or they get questioned. Whatever it is, they're led to defense. It's some children. Somebody's cheering. That much I do know. But I'm not sure if it's Huey, Dewey, and Louie, or it's Ren and Stimpy, because he got 2 kids too, or something like that. But whoever it is, it's 2 people, it's 2 kids. They're gonna get called to the carpet here. There's some trouble coming.
Snorty, Fifi, and Pasty.
That's Snorty.
That's very good.
Snorty, Snippy, and Pasty. Oh my God.
Fifi. That would be Ivanka. Fifi and Pasty.
Well done, Jen.
The same thing Johnny did. Kids. There's mail coming for the kids in the family. So it could be Weiselberg's kids. It could be Trump's kids. It could be Weiselberg and Trump's kids, but it's coming to the children in the family. So.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph. So here's a second part to the question. Has Weiselberg been wearing a wire when he's been meeting with other people in Trump organization?
Like, what's up? Calamari, Vinny Bag of Donuts. That's from my cousin Vinny. Calamari, the former bodyguard that's now something else high up in the organization. Been wearing a wire. We should look at Calamari too. Anybody see the movie My Cousin Vinny Bag of Donuts?
The Utes, the 2 Utes, the 2 what Utes? Utes, the 2 Utes.
What's his name? Matthew Calamari.
Shoot.
Yeah, these people. Oh, hi, Peggy. How are you, my dear? Peggy's in the chat.
Good God.
Yeah. I can't imagine like living like these people.
Thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Marie. Matt the Squid. What?
Who's Matt the Squid, girl?
Matt Calamari.
Oh,
Calamari Squid. Matt the Squid.
gotcha.
I was thinking she was talking about somebody in the Navy because that's what they call us, squid. So
I think he has, but it's not fruitful. Not enough. Starts off with the Page of Pentacles. Child, try again. The Two of Pentacles crossed with. Sorry.
Didn't I tell you there's some remnants?
Oh, jeez. I'm like, sweetie, you know good and cat snatching well. That is not what that card is. Crossed with the Six of Wands. So trying to juggle, but the problem is there's multiple people, I think, but there's not enough of the story. What's interesting, though, is this sort of truth that's here with the Queen of Swords. It's not so much in the wire. Is there even maybe like email communications or something that maybe he's kind of keeping record of? So it's some type of possibly written communication. There's some secrets in the background against the Orange Fearer himself. However, the challenge is, how are they going to get these plans? How are they going to take the email communication, the spotty little wiretap that maybe, he was wiretapping somebody or wearing a wire and they were in like a bathroom and all you hear is like the toilet flushing right when somebody was giving like the best juice. Like, we can't do anything with this in a court of law, but they're going to try to, though. I think at the end with the Judgment card as the outcome. And I love that it's flanked next to the Eight of Wands. I think it's going to end up being some type of written communication is what's going to be the thing that he has that can take other people and trump work out.
I think leaky Matt the Squid Calamari is leaking some ink here, because I get Weiselberg is not accepting the offer to wear a wire, but somebody has partnered with them, and there's that damn Queen of Pentacles again. I think this is Matt the Squid. Breaking everything down, sharing information, putting people in defense mode, changing everything, bringing forward a lot of evidence of corruption through communication. And I think they've already got it structured in indictments. I get big old yeses on that someone is doing it, but in a victory card, but I don't think it's Weiselberg. I think it may be Mr. Squid. Thank you, SO.
Is someone else, or is he wearing a wire talking to someone else? I get no. But I still get, I'm going back to, in this reading, there are two kids that are going through some trouble or about to with the Five of Pentacles. They're getting called out. But as far as him talking to someone other than Trump, I'm pretty sure he is. But as far as wires go, I don't see it in here.
I don't see it either. He doesn't give him access. He stays loyal. So, which brings me to my next question. Is Alan Weiselberg going to be criminally charged? He himself, as an individual, not part of Trump org, him by himself. Is he going to be criminally charged? We're going to be indicted.
We've had so much rain this week, and it's like my cards are sticky.
It's coming here, and it's going to be 95 at the same time.
Mm-hmm. It's
I'm like, son of a mother. This is definitely not time to go outside.
Hot as Hades up here the next couple of weeks.
Lucy stayed out for about 5 minutes and she's like, nope, back in. AC. Must have AC with all this fur.
I'm still deciphering cards if somebody wants to go first.
I haven't pulled yet.
I'm just pulling. We all got time, it looks like. Becca's quick draw McGraw. She always got her stuff together.
No, I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. We're on YouTube. Just make it up.
Yeah.
I'll just make it up. And say
Close your eyes and take a deep breath, and everything will come to you.
I actually don't know. Cards are like contradictory. Okay, you know what? If they don't make sense, try again.
I'm getting there might be some sort of plea deal, which means yes, criminally charged. The Queen of Pentacles is my America card. There's the Three of Cups, which means he has some sort of lawyers because he's defending against something legal here. The Three of Swords and the Five of Cups is serious. Not only is it serious, but it's affecting people around him. There's a lot of loss, grief, and sorrow, that type of thing. I don't have the Nine of Swords, but that pretty much goes with the Three of Swords and the Five of Cups, because there's going to be a lot of angst and anxiety and worry and stress and pacing the floor. The judge is here, which means that, yes, there will be a court date. The Eight of Swords is here too. I won't say he'll get arrested, but I will say you will see the inside of a courtroom and you will be the defendant. The Four of Pentacles is what sort of gives me the idea that he may try to cop a plea or something that he's holding that needs to be released. So there might be some sort of deal here, unless he wants to hold his position with the Nine of Wands and then go down with the ship. You can always do that. Manafort did. He remained tight-lipped and he got a whole 7 years anyway. But so, I mean, he has a choice, but there is a plea deal that they do want to make you, which means you are going to be charged.
That leads to my second question after this one, but whoever wants to go next. Oh, Jenny? Okay.
I did. Yeah, there's a charge in hand there. And for the family too, he will get an individual one because judgment is sitting on him. It's already structured. It's already written. Thank you, Cold Toes. He's looking at jail time, and he's lied about some stuff too, which changes stuff. But pack your bags, you move into prison. I think he's going to claim he has heart issues and need to go to a heart doctor. Maybe like the news may put him under, like he may literally have a coronary over it. But I get a big old yes.
Give him a bear aspirin and tell him, I'll see you in court.
I'll see. Yep. Just swallow this, baby. You'll be all right. I'm gonna go with what y'all said, because I pulled 3 times. None of these cat snatching cards make any cat snatching sense. None of them. I'm like, that don't make any sense. Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what he's not gonna do. He ain't gonna be the one that gets sacrificed with the hangman. I'll tell you what, that's what's not gonna happen. So, like you were saying, making a deal, something, but he's not going to take the fall.
I'm getting that. They're going to give him a choice, and then he's going to become the celebrity. So I'm thinking yes, which leads to the next question. So far, the reports have been he has not cooperated at all. At all. So, will he cooperate once he's indicted? Will Weiselberg cooperate when he's indicted?
See, here's potential jail time sentencing guidelines. Happy birthday, Crystal.
Happy birthday. Does he have 2 daughters?
He's got a son that his son's ex-wife is the one that's given a lot of documents.
Right. Yeah.
because she's divorcing his son, and they had like free apartments from Trump and all this stuff that didn't get reported. Thank you, JH.
Then there it is. Now let's see.
Ooh, shoot. I mean, I don't really need to keep pulling cards, but yeah. Yeah. He's definitely gonna snitch once he gets indicted. And whatever evidence he has, whatever he snitches, there's a lot behind it. It's strong, which water's wet. I mean, he's the key holder to everything. Starts off with the 5 of Swords, and his challenge is heartbreak. I mean, what else do you need to read outside of that? But and what I love is in the past is this temperance, him trying to like not talk, be the one that holds out. That's going to do you in. And yeah, the outcome for me, I get the star. He's going to snitch. He's absolutely going to snitch. King of Swords, holder of truth. And his fate is going to change. So yeah, Wheel of Fortune.
We're going to fix his old saggy balls, man.
And there he is, the old man on the bottom. It's like, surprise, you're going to be locked away in the cold for a while. You know, he's trying to look to his future, but he's about to crash and burn here. He holds steady for a while. Judgment's on him because I get him blocking and walking away from any deal. He's very burdened by it, though. But I get eventually, he gets celebrity status and starts giving support and cooperating with justice. The Sun card, a big yes. And, there's my in court case. And then he starts sharing and manipulating and whining and doing his little dance, shifting around.
Well, so it started with the Queen of Swords being separated from someone, and I guess that's his ex-daughter-in-law, because there's the King of Swords. When I get 2 people in the same suit, they're a team for me, so there's a separation for them. So her and another lady are right there in the center. So something around his cooperation centers around them. So she may be doing some revelations here with the Tower card, because the Queen of Swords, I don't know if the ex-daughter-in-law is the air sign, but it doesn't really matter because that's her right there. But this woman here has an action around the Devil card that is going to isolate him. So she may, I think y'all said this earlier, she may get caught up, or she may snitch, something may happen to her that then illuminates something on him, and then he's isolated. And then right after this card was that Tower and the environment. But yes, it ends in the King of Swords. The 5 of Pentacles with that Tower, he can't hold out forever. Mm-hmm. And this is about him, not about Trump. So whatever it is, he has to give it up. So you can run, but you cannot hide in this in particular instance.
I get it, yes. I get that he's going to be snitching on a woman. The organization is going to be negotiating with a woman, or the organization is going to be snitching on a woman. So I would say yes. Do we want to look at the kids too? If the kids are going to be...
I want to look at Calamari before we look at them. Can we look at him?
Yeah.
Calamari.
So who's the Squid Man? Can somebody tell me?
What? Yeah, somebody Google what Matthew Calamari's title is in Trump world. He was Trump's former bodyguard. Now he has a higher title, like, executive VP of something or other.
Wasn't he in the administration as well? Didn't Trump put him somewhere in the administration?
In the campaign or something, yeah. But he's been pulled in by New York and questioned and stuff. So they're looking at him too.
He looks.
Is he vice president? COO?
He looks like the character from My Cousin Vinny. Like, good night of living.
Because Weiselberg is CFO, Chief Financial Officer, so he's COO, Chief Operating Officer. So he's like right up there.
So what's the question? Is he going to be criminally indicted?
Is he going to get indicted? And then is he going to flip?
Somebody said Joey Buttafuoco, because I swear for God, I thought that was Joe Buttafuoco. I was like, is he for real? Thank you, Marie, for the super chat. Oh, very much Joey Buttafuoco vibe. He get indicted.
Yeah, Michael Cohen called him out in his congressional hearing also. Top executive at Trump Org. Good man. Ooh, I got the whistleblower card on the bottom. Oh man, you're in deep caca.
It's not looking too hot for him. Ooh, shoot.
Like us, don't be criminals. Don't be criminals.
Well, I'm just, again, I mean, I could go through all the cards. I don't feel, I mean, but here's what's going to happen. Poor little Joey Buttafuoco looking like, he knows a lot about what's the ongoings in this environment. And because of that, he's about to be severely burdened. They know that for 40 years, you know, 40 years. I mean, he knows pre-Ivana Ivana was the first.
Or Ivana, yeah, first wife.
Pre-Ivana. So what he knows is actually going to be the thing that takes him out. If I were him, I would go ahead and just start hiding, doing whatever I need to do with the hermit to kind of lay low. However, in the environment is the Five of Pentacles. He's going to be out in the cold. Why is that? Because there is a major change that's about to happen with the Death card. And I'm sorry, I hit my elbow.
That's like the worst. It's like the one ain't funny. The funny one is not funny.
I was trying so hard not to yelp in the middle of the sorry. God. And it's metal. Like I hit my elbow on something metal. Sorry. Woo, major change is gonna come. And he is, I mean, talk about caught up. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Sorry, Joey, but I'm gonna nickname him Joey Buttafuoco.
Joey Buttafuoco it is.
He's already had an offer. I get a big fat yes. He is like illuminating all kinds of corruption. He has regrets. He was bullied by the company and he is breaking it down. He's got an abundance of information. He knows he's already looking at jail time, potential jail time. So yeah, victory on that. He's the inside man with Trump. And his family. So he's got information that he's offering up and who they partnered with on things and how they manipulated things. But he's trying to lay low right now. And I get in with the Queen of Pentacles. So I think that's him. I think he's my Queen of Pentacles.
So there is information that he will give up eventually. What I get is that, because I get 7 of Cups and the Moon, and the 3 of Cups is in the middle, there may have to be other people dragged in before he comes up with the information. But the 6 of Pentacles and Temperance here, there is some sharing, quid pro quo and the sharing card at the same time. So yeah, there will be some exchange of things, but I get that there has to be at least 2 other people dragged into this, and maybe that entire case is the reason he gives up information. I don't know, but that's what I get.
I get the same thing Johnie gets. So giving him options and choices, but he remains loyal, but there's going to be 2 more that come up before him. It looks like. So that's what I'm getting. Did you guys want to look at the Weiselberg's kids too? Because I don't believe that they've been brought in to be questioned.
I looked it up. He's got 2 sons. I don't know if he has more kids than that, but 2 sons is what came up on the Wikipedia.
For the
Thank you, Teresa,
Mhm.
for chat.
Yeah, he's got one son going through the divorce that ought to be brought in because he was getting all kinds of free apartments and stuff.
Yep, that's the one that's divorcing Petty McAmber, who's out there snitching and selling everything. Yeah.
She's like the Mary Trump of the Weiselbergs.
Yeah.
He's got a Jack Weiselberg and a Barry Weiselberg.
Should we look at them to see if they're going to be criminally indicted?
Yeah.
You can.
And the Jack Weiselberg said it was a loan. Oh, he's a loan origination. That's not worded correctly, but I'll go with it. From Ladder Capital. And the other one managed Trump's organization Central Park ice rinks. Like that's the only thing you did was manage ice rinks for a Trump organization? Okay, gotcha.
Ice rinks?
Yep.
Jack and Barry are the names?
Yes.
Jack and Barry. Jack and Barry. Jack and Barry.
Wait, I'm pulling cards. What is the question?
Is Jack or Barry going to get indicted or... You know, they screwed Mary Trump. Now she's got a court case against the Trumps. They screwed, I think it's Barry's wife in the divorce. Now she's screwing them all. It's kind of funny. It's like, y'all didn't protect Michael Cohen. He screwed you. They just don't know how to hold their friends close and their enemies closer.
I don't know how to hold out water.
Mm-hmm. You take care of the one who has your secrets.
The daughter-in-law is Jennifer. Okay, I did remember that name.
Mm-hmm. Jennifer Weiselberg.
These people. This is going to be like a whole Netflix series, like 50 seasons long, just to get all the criminality. You know?
Sharon. It's like All My Children plus Ask the World Turns with a smidge General Hospital. A little bit of Days of Our Lives. Jack, possibly yes. Barry has helped to get out of it. There's something about work with Jack with the 7 of Pentacles. So something he was trying to do, but hasn't, like he's trying to get out of it, or something he was trying to cover up, but it hasn't quite come to fruition yet. Page of Pentacles and Ace of Wands. So there's emotional news about some actions that he's been taking, which is going to cause him to be on this new journey with the Fool, out of the cold with the 5 of Pentacles. And you know, the 4 of Wands tends to be one of my jail cards because of, you know, the community, the prison community, if you will, inmate populations. So yeah, Jack possibly. It's gonna mess up Barry though. It's gonna kind of mentally, oh crap, they're coming closer to me, because he also some more emotion with the Page of Cups. He is going to be independent now, stand on his own as much as he can with the 9 of Cups. Like I said, he's got somebody who's going to help him with the 2 of Cups, who's going to kind of, with the King of Wands and the Empress, who's going to kind of help him move. They're going to concoct something so he can kind of get away. So Jack, possibly. Barry may be able to save his keister.
Yeah, somebody is trapped here, and I get it's the family legacy that made steady money. It's the one that's getting divorced from Jennifer, because that's my divorce card. The lover that's getting divorced from Jennifer, that's the one. There's a cover-up involved. Knock, knock, you get a subpoena from court. They're going to move forward and burden him. They'll make him an offer. But he colluded, you know, he worked together with some people on things, and he's going to crash and burn in court. He's going to get highly emotional. He's going to get a lot of attention for lying in court's what I'm getting.
Roland, is that his daughter or is that the daughter-in-law? She has 2 sons and a daughter. So will he be indicted? Will either one of them be indicted? I don't get a yes. I get that they will. Thank you, Marine. As the world turns, yes, and they are not guided by the guiding light. So there's a judge here in the Four of Swords. So they are going to have mounted pressure, the Chariot and the Devil, to talk, to testify, to statements, whatever the case may be. There's going to be a lot of talking with the Eight of Wands. They're going to do a lot of testifying, a lot of questioning is going back and forth. The Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, they will feel the need to defend because this is going to be a legal matter. This is going to clear up some confusion, which means that evidence that's being withheld or statements that's been being withheld, information that's being withheld, Seven of Cups meets the Tower. So this is going to be cleared up, which means that their testifying is going to be crucial to whatever case that somebody's bringing against the Weiselbergs as a whole, probably. But I don't get that they go to jail or get in trouble, but they do have a lot of explaining to do.
1 second.
Yeah, Jennifer lost custody of her kids.
Yep.
We should maybe look at, will she get custody of her kids back because of him being caught up and stuff?
I get a yes. The family could have something to do with properties here. Maybe something that they were doing around properties that comes under question, or how they got access to properties. But yeah. Whole damn thing. So I have a question because I saw this on the Washington Post right before we went live. The Washington Post reported about 45 minutes before we went live that the Trump organization's attorneys have been given until tomorrow, June 28th. That's their deadline. To persuade prosecutors to not file charges against the organization. So, will they persuade the prosecutors to not charge? The Trump lawyers.
The Trump lawyers have until tomorrow to convince prosecutors to not
charge the Trump organization. Yep.
Which is not good.
me.
I mean, you can. I mean, well, who was that child who did it before? Not Cy Vance. Was it Cy Vance who had the chance to charge them a long time ago?
Yes. Yes.
So, I mean, it's possible.
For Trump Soho. But then Michael Cohen donated a huge bunch of money to Cy Vance. He let it go, and then when he got caught, returned the money. So I'm sorry, y'all. I don't trust Cy Vance just because he's got that one thing that's like, you did it once.
Come on, Cyrus. Do right. Do better. Do better.
Will they convince?
Emotions are running high.
I'm with you, Jen. I think they're going to have to take the L on this one. I think the Trump organization is going to have to take the L. At the base of this is justice. So justice at some way, somehow is going to prevail against the Orange Führer and all of his shenanigans. What's interesting, though, is in the here and now is the Seven of Wands, which is, I mean, obviously they are defending. They are having to go to court to beg. Can you imagine being in a position where you got to try to beg prosecutors not to come after you?
And no, please let me know Call me
anybody who gets that opportunity. I don't get to go, hey, Mr. Taxman, can you just let me get off just a little? Like, come on, man. Okay. In the emotions, though, is the Five of Cups. They do know that there is some loss that's going to come in the environment. However, is the Tower. Why is that? Because the word of warning, there is some strength behind this case. And I think they're going to have to take the L with the Four of Swords. They're going to have to just sit back and know that this is, go retreat and get your court case ready, boo-boo, because it's not going to look good for you. Thank you so much, Marie.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, here they are. Their challenges, the courts returning to them, and again, they've already been successful in moving things forward. They're going to be very erratic in whatever they say, so it's going to be nonsense, like typical nonsense is what I'm getting. There's just an abundance of details making them anxious because there's so much corruption and lying about their losses and stuff. So I get victory is still going to court, that justice will prevail and somebody's going to jail and truth's coming out. So
yeah, I thought when my first card, I was like, oh, because I got the Ace of Cups. Aces are usually our confirmation cards, and this is my yeses, and it's crossed by the Hermit. The yes and the offer or the whatever, where'd the card go? Just went to the ether just now. Okay, there it goes. This, whatever this offer is, it gets lost in the dark because the next two cards are the Knight of Cups and then the Seven of Wands. So you can't really defend the offer. You can't defend why we shouldn't when we have all of this mounting evidence. And then I get the King of Swords, which is Donald Trump's, and Ten of Wands. There's your burden. King of Wands, there's my investigation card. So you're still being investigated. So the cases are going forward. It ends in Five of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. And so they're going to do their thing. This may feel like they have the advantage here with the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is usually a negative connotation, and it is, not to change the meaning, but it also means whoever this is has the advantage. And don't be mad that you didn't come prepared. So whatever it is, you are still going to be investigated.
I get that the organization is going to get stuck in court. So no, they will not be persuaded. See you in court, boo-boo.
That Ace of Cups, because I had it on the bottom too, that can be like creative inspiration. Like they're going to do something really creative and stupid is what it'll be.
You can't charge the Trump organization because Donald Trump was president. Therefore, the organization has immunity. Like something stupid like that.
I think it would be crazier than that, though. It'd be like he was president on the fourth moon on the third Tuesday, and he also ate 3 cheeseburgers. And because that's kind of how they come up with the wildest stories that you're just like, bro, what?
It's ridiculous. So here's a question. Is the Trump org going to be indicted next week? Because there's all this little chit chat that it's going to be indicted next week, which means like starting tomorrow for the next
Countdown.
Countdown.
And then Glenn Kirshner's going to have a field day.
Rachel Maddow, too.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to take up half of that other man's show. Lord told Donald half his show going to be still her talking.
Because I have the visual.
They got them 2 little side by sides, and
he always has will you shut the heck up, Rachel? Like you had your 2 hours. It's my turn now.
She run MSNBC. That's her show too.
Right.
When you're number 1 in ratings, you can do that.
Whatever you want.
If she won't have your show, she gonna get it.
Take that, Tucker Carlson, for entertainment purposes only.
Snitchy little Tucker Carlson. Snitchy little Tucker Carlson.
Oh, who's that schmuck? I really do.
Will it happen this week? Well, our next new action. It could. Starts off with the 9 of Cups, then with the World completion. So they have they've worked hard to get everything that they need. There's a new action that's coming with the Ace of Wands. Thank you, chat.
Thank you.
Wadsworth for the super chat. There is strength behind it, and ends with the 7 of Swords, trickery, deceit, doing what they need to do. So but I think this is on behalf of NY New York. So I think it possibly could. At bare minimum, they have enough of what they need.
I get the hope card right on the bottom. Right now they're out in the cold. They're trying to put them in defense mode, and charging in. I get they're still questioning somebody, but there's a transition to burden the family now. So and the corporation here. So I get a big old yes with the Justice card, and devil, you're going to be investigated.
Let's just say yes. It ends in 7 of Cups for me with the Hierophant. But that's not that they won't do it. It's going to be some other shenanigans. Thank you, Jody. And I will see you next week, ma'am.
We'll see you next week, Jody.
There's going to be some more shenanigans involved with the 9 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. There's some sort of stall tactic or wall that you're going to try to put up, maybe non-cooperation or whatever the case may be. But I'll go with yes. Yes, it will.
Thank you, Chat and Teresa. I think we might have missed them.
Thank you. I'm not so sure. I get coffin clouds and storks. It's like something's come to an end, but then it changes. Like it's, I don't know if it's extended or it gets extended, maybe. This is the change of seasons. So maybe towards the end of, well, we already are towards the end of June, 6/17. Ending in a positive, so that looks like a yes, but it kind of feels like it just gets extended a little bit.
Let's ask it this way. Who's going to get indicted first, Trump org or Matt Gaetz?
Okay. Trump org or Matt?
Trump org or Matt Gaetz? Who's getting indicted first?
You know what my favorite sound is? Tarot reader shuffling cards on a Sunday night. My favorite sound.
It's going to be on iTunes at the end of the stream. I did that. You didn't answer me. So you pulled 3 cards. I pulled 3 cards and I didn't know what that meant. So we're going to have to pull 6. Thank you very much.
I got the tower on the bottom. Somebody's going down.
I think it may be true. Yeah. Is there a tie? Is it like at the same time? One right after the other? I get they're both going down. It just doesn't tell me who first is the thing. I get 5 of Cups, the Wheel, Page of Swords, the Emperor, and the 7 of Wands having to defend for the Trump org. So their time is up. They're going to the Emperor is going to be out in the cold once again with the entire organization. They're going to have to defend Seven of Wands with Matt. There's still something that hasn't come to the surface yet with Matty McMatt. I almost said something so disrespectful. I'm so glad I caught myself. We are not on my channel. I cannot say those things on the channel. However, he is also having to defend himself because he is he's stuck like Chuck, 10 of Swords, a lot of loss. However, though, there's still a little bit more work that needs to get done. So it doesn't mean that he's to kind of bring him down. So they're both going, based off this, I would possibly say Trump org, but I think both of them are going to get feeling the nice coldness of some metal bracelets coming up soon.
It might be a tie.
That's what I was getting to. I was like, is there like in the middle?
Working out all the details and the structure of indictments, and something has changed here at the root, but with the courts. But I have like regrets and heartbreak, and I get two things coming. One for shifting money around, through the courts, and the other one I get partnering with young people. We'll leave it at that. So I get judgment moving in on the one that traveled and the family. So I'm getting both.
So my first reading, because it said pull 3 cards, I pulled 3 cards. And I got the 8 of Cups and the 3 of Swords and something else. And I'm like, there's no people here. Does that make any sense? And it was telling me, well, they're going to go sort of at the same time. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense either, because it just doesn't in my mind, because I was wanting it to narrow it down. So I did something else, and it still isn't. But I'm going to say Trump org, because the Fool is here and money is here. So Trump org, even though it'll probably be like that. Here's what I think, though. Thank you, Miss Brazil. Well, here's what I think. I think it's in the same solstice, like it's in the same energy. Mm-hmm. So whatever the solstice, because I kept hearing that, whatever the solstice is, if we are in the summer solstice or winter solstice or whatever.
We just had summer solstice last week.
They're in the same energy is what I kept getting, in the same solstice. So there you go.
I have no idea. I'm getting uncertainty here. Perhaps someone that was dating somebody that was younger. Perhaps something to do here with something that was on someone's phone, like their phone, that had to do with briberies or some other sort of scam, but everybody knows about it. So I don't know. I don't know. But here's a question. Earlier, I got the Coffin, Clouds, and Storms for if Trump org would be indicted next week. And it made me think of bankruptcy. Is Trump going to file for bankruptcy this year? Because if they indict and dismantle the organization, that man can't pay for his underwear. He's so broke.
His depends.
His diapers. Yes.
Trump and underwear in the same sentence.
Yeah.
Untidy whiteys.
Oh Lord. I wish you I'm gonna get you off camera for that, because if you only knew what's going behind, I want to click on vomit. No, I'm gonna share it with everybody because I want you to be miserable too. I keep envisioning like tidy whities with skin marks. You're welcome. There you go. Y'all, which cards are you talking about? Are you talking? These are the groovy weight tarot. So if you're talking about these, they're the groovy weights. I replied in the chat. And these are, if you're talking about these are it's Johnie, help me.
It's gonna hurt. This might hurt.
This might hurt. Hold on.
This might hurt.
Those are really pretty.
This might hurt tarot. This might hurt. These and the other one are the groovy weight tarot.
And the other one is the golden thread.
Yes. These are golden thread.
I'm stopping right there. I get returning to something he's done before, which is filing bankruptcy, and a big old yes, done.
Yeah.
Not even going to pull another card.
That sounds about right, Jen.
I'm going to go warm up my tea. I'll be right back.
Bankruptcy. High Priestess. Well, Johnie, what do you have?
So I get the first card was the personal finance, and then manipulation and trickery with the magician.
Mm-hmm.
So there will be some trickery with his personal finance. I also get the 4 Pentacles with the Hangman. There is, and I get the Queen of Swords and Judgment. There's going to be a complicated legal matter to hide money, is what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because, mind you, bankruptcy does not mean broke. It means reassessing your finance.
Yeah.
And so there is something about him hiding money in a legal, complicatedly legal matter.
That's the same thing I got, Johnny.
Yeah.
There were big problems around money, lying about his finances, his resources, and keeping it quiet.
Yep. Trying to lie with the 7 of Swords, government, the Hierophant with the actual courts. Hello. About his money. However, especially with the Page of Pentacles, but however, it's going to come out. That's why it's going to go to court, but I think they're going to be like, man, go sit down.
I have a follow-up question, too.
Yeah, I also get that he's looking for something here for him to make a change, for him to like fly the coup, get off the hook, you know? So what did you get, Jenny? Did you ask?
I had the Judgment and the Ace of Swords. I said yes.
Yeah. And going back to what he's always done in the past, right, Jen?
Yep.
So Johnny had a follow-up question, but I got a question too, because I saw Marie asked it in the comments. Can an indicted company or organization file for bankruptcy? Because if they were part of financial crimes, right, hiding what they have and all that other stuff, well, when the banks come a-calling, guess what? You can't pay them back because you lied about everything. So can they legally do that? Does anybody know?
Didn't his casino do that?
Yeah.
His casino did that?
Didn't it file for bankruptcy because he owed a lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
And he said he lost $900 million on his taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the casino been indicted? See, that's the thing. I'm asking. That's what Marie was asking. If an organization is criminally indicted, can they legally file for bankruptcy?
Thank you, Desiree, for the super chat. I do remember, though, at the time, the casino was being sued and they were getting ready to take them to court because he hadn't been paying. He didn't pay all the contractors.
Oh, okay.
And so that's why he preemptively filed bankruptcy for that casino.
To get out of the... Okay, got it. So what was your follow-up question, Mr. Johnny?
Well, given that the rest of the world knows who he is now, back in the day when he filed for bankruptcy 88 times, he was New York Trump. If he filed for bankruptcy now, with the image that he has portrayed to his followers, would that hurt his image as a person who cannot keep his own finances together? Because, mind you, back in the day, before I knew what bankruptcy meant to rich people, I thought that meant you had no money. And so if you just look at it on the surface, thank you, Marie, him filing for bankruptcy, would that hurt his image and people not think he's broke?
But Johnny, do you want to know how mental when I mean mental, I mean effing stupid. He has managed to convince a bunch of these stupid backwoods small business owners, Republicans, to think that filing for bankruptcy is a great business strategy. So it's like, okay, you small business owners, why don't you all go file for bankruptcy? Go ahead, try it out. If you think it's such a genius freaking business strategy, you know.
So you can have a 380 credit score like the rest of it.
So what's the question? Well,
Will filing for bankruptcy hurt his image?
I think it depends, like, you know, people like us, you know, his image is always are already squat. So I think it depends on who you're focusing on, whose image, whose perception of him. Will it hurt his chance to get money again somewhere else? You know, get a bank loan again.
I don't get it changes their perspective of him about money. It's him being indicted that may change their perspective. There is something, so it always starts off with there's a new thought with the Ace of Swords, clarity. But the challenge is him, or his perception, what they think of him with money. King of Swords, the truth. There's a new action that's going to have a catastrophic effect. That's not an action, not so much an action, but that is because, again, in immediate future is the lovers. They still idolize him. However, though, it's so funny. The Nine of Swords, this anxiety about I think it's the court cases, y'all, because the outcome is justice. That's going to be what ends up doing it. That would change their perspective. It's not the money. It's not the bankruptcy. I actually think it would be a personal indictment, him actually being indicted. That would change their perspective.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's the court cases too that'll change it, because like right now, people like overseas and everywhere, like foreign leaders, they've already made up their mind about him. So you know, those in his network might get a different perception about things when everything comes out in the courts and who he colluded with, and when the tower is on him. But you know, those that offer him the loving cup, that's going to come to a completion and end of cycle, when the details come out about how broke he is.
Oh, Jen froze. I wonder if she finished.
Am I moving?
Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
You're back.
Adrian read my card, so that's what I got. I got the Two of Wands, Eight of Swords. They're stuck. They're there as far as bankruptcy goes. No, they're ride or die at that moment. What happens is the moon, when the uncertainty starts to shake, and people are with you when you speak their language, because you know he's riled up the races and all that type of stuff. But when they start to maybe even question whether or not you might be a con artist, did you just sell me a bag of tricks? This guy that was at the Capitol said you lied, and then this woman who was at the Capitol said you lied, and then even Fox News is not paying you much respect anymore. So maybe I'm starting to think that you're not on the up and up. It may take something like that, in which takes some time, but the moon and the Empress, the new thing is going to do it. What is the new thing? You got the legal matters here that he will be burdened by. And then that's when you get the Eight of Swords, Six of Swords, or Eight of Cups, Six of Swords. Some people just jump ship completely. Some people still need to be drugged through the murky water into the calmer waters, because it's hard to, you know, the cost fallacy. It's hard to admit when you're wrong. It's hard to admit when you've been conned. It's hard to admit, you know, that he strung you along all this time and debited your account for all your money. It happens.
I get for the general public, yes. For the cult, no. For the cult, he'll be seen as a martyr. I mean, these people are brainwashed beyond. But I just drove past a house a few days ago that said Trump 2024, the year the revolution begins, or some crap. Like, I hope your house burns down. Seriously. Like, I cannot believe You know, it's like you just watch this man lead an insurrection, and you got a Trump
and they're okay with it.
Yeah, and you got a Trump 2024 plastered in front of your house in a huge military town. Like I cannot. My head just went. Like
And it's coming out now that the Black Lives protesters that were there in front of the White House when George Floyd died, that he wanted to get sick the military on him and shoot him and stuff. It's
kill
like
him. He wanted to kill him. Yep.
But he's okay with the mob, attacking our Capitol.
Yep. Just like the Republicans are Blue Lives Matter until it's the white people killing the cops so that they can have an insurrection. And
Exactly.
Lives don't matter. We love our military until the military doesn't go lockstep with the tyrant. Then we got a problem with the military. Do you see what I'm saying? It's all bullshit, man. Like, so, okay, here's another question. We'll get off of the Trump asshole. Are the Trump rallies going to stop once there's indictments?
Well, he's got to raise money.
Yeah, that's the
I
easiest.
think they'll increase.
Yeah.
He has to go tell everybody how he's a victim.
Yep.
Didn't he have a rally a couple days ago?
That's his grift.
Yeah, that is a grift.
You know, he's doing his revenge tour, which I did a reading on. It hasn't come out yet. And he's purposely going to cities where to go against Republicans who were not in his back pocket. I'm like, boy, go sit down.
I say keep going, destroy what is left of the party. Just destroy it. Destroy it. I'll give you the
on your own and take everybody with you.
Take everybody with you.
So will Trump rally stop once there are indictments?
No. I think so. But hold on. I think they have no choice.
Exactly.
Thanks, Murphy. I think it'll have no choice. It starts off with the judgment and the challenges, the plans that they had to continue to move forward is what's crossed. There's confusion at the base of this, and at the crown, they're going to have to actually physically take a step back, have a stadium full of seats with the Four of Swords. Because why? In the past, they were burdened because of the court cases, the Justice Department coming in. So between the judgment, the justice, and I think it has no choice. Because I think maybe so many of them are going to they're going to be too preoccupied.
There is a comment here in the comments section from Mary, I think it says. She's saying the Ohio rally yesterday was bad and people left early.
Yeah,
we won't get any more since it isn't being covered.
This is his steady money is grift, and it's what he does over and over again to get some dark money. But I get that, they may crash and burn here in the planning stages. And I think it's because he's broken. He doesn't have the money for the details of the rally. So he can't pay for like the security in the cities and stuff. Sharing the money. He doesn't have it. He hangs on to what he's got. He's about to go into a transition where he's fighting more, and it's Trump the fool when he gets indicted. The courts are watching him, and they're watching like money that he's getting, like it's going to give him something else to look at. Like, okay, you're getting more money, you got more partners. I almost think the courts are going to put an end to it. Like, we're watching you. So are you reporting that correctly?
What'd you get?
As Medea said, that $50, that rap of 50 cents, went and said he was broke, filed for bankruptcy, and then went on Instagram and took a picture with a bunch of $100 bills like this. Like, okay, either be stupid or don't be stupid, but let's not be both. Mine starts with the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, because I automatically think, well, of course he's going to do it because now he gets to go on I'm the victim tour. But what's happening in this reading is, yes, he owes El Paso. He probably owes him more than that.
He owes in several cities. That's why I was like, him being broke hasn't stopped him in the past.
In
He just
Albuquerque, they're suing him, but who knows what's going to happen there. Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles. There's some worry about being out in the cold. There's some worry about loss. And that's his court cases. So his little media tour here with the World card is now being hung up with the Hangman. The Eight of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles. He's still going to do some, naturally, but he's not going to do as many as he thought because the Temperance, the luster is starting to fade off of Donald Trump. And his progression meets the Seven of Pentacles. He's going to have to wait this one out. This is the Patience card. So you're going to have to wait for the harvest to come back in, which means what you're going to have to do is try to wait until all this is over if you are victorious. If you are not victorious, then I guess we'll be back here Sunday to see what happens then. But yeah, they're going to slow down because he has no choice.
I gotta know. He's still going to be on the road spreading lies. This is a witch hunt. They couldn't. They stole the election. Now they're trying to.
Wish he was a witch.
Right.
Who leases him a space to do it? You know, to do a rally. They know he owes everybody money.
You would think with everybody he owes money to, that he hasn't paid those states. So those states are taking out of their local resources. Those cops didn't get paid. The workers didn't get paid. All this other stuff. You would think
there's
sue him or go after the RNC to cover that bill.
Yeah, that's because that's the DNC blamed it on Obama that they were broke because they had to cover a bunch of his bills too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I hear there's a toy shop and a crematorium he can talk at. So.
With Rudy Kaludi.
Four Seasons Landscaping.
Speaking of Rudy Kaludi, now that we get off the Trump.
Why doesn't he just? Well, he needs a crowd. I understand. Never mind. Because I was saying, why doesn't he just do them at like Mar-a-Lago and then Skype it out to all his people? Once you charge him like a subscription. Well, then maybe they do need a prescription, but subscription fee to watch his little rally and then just Skype it out to everybody.
I would need a prescription to do it.
When I read on the Ohio rally, what I got was that he's an energy vampire. So he has to have the people around him to pull from that.
Yep.
Very much so.
But Johnie, he's been crashing weddings and funerals at Mar-a-Lago. He's been kicked off Twitter. He has no social media presence. His little blog went down after a month, and now he's crashing weddings and funerals at Mar-a-Lago.
It's photo bombing people's funerals and weddings.
Let's get real petty. Does Donald Trump have lawyers on layaway? Because he doesn't pay his bills.
Your account is 2 weeks past due.
Oh my God.
The finger hut of attorneys. You can just go to the little catalog and pay on them. QVC for attorneys. You don't have to pay all of it, but you can put it on Easy Pay.
Yep. Does Donald Trump have lawyers on layaway?
$14 a month.
Oh my God.
That is too funny.
I'm gonna get yes. I'm gonna say it. Yes. It's contingent on them winning the argument. Successful argument there is the answer is the key. I'm gonna say yes. He's not working layaway.
I literally just got the same. It's all with the Wheel of Fortune. It's all about if he wins the court case. Yes, they're because they know that that's the only way they'll get paid, and they're quick. There's a rotation of them coming in and out.
Jesus Christ, thank you. Oh my God.
I get they work hard all the time for him, but they're blocked from pay. You know, it's like here, you know, I'll give you my best wishes. But like there's confusion around steady pay. There is no steady pay. He's doing what he usually does when he works with people, which is not pay them. So he sends them messages, I get, about like when he's going to pay them, but he's stealing from them. So no, he's going to have to defend about gifts of money that he uses to pay for the lawyers in court. But he doesn't have it right now. He's not paying them right now.
Look at what happened to Rudy Kaludi. That dumb idiot. What did you get, Johnie?
I get there was some sort of upfront retainer, naturally, because they're not going to leave the building without a little something. But what is happening is your accounts past due. The 5 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. They can't do anything about it, though. For whatever reason, there's some sort of agreement here that's saying that right now, he doesn't have to pay you for whatever reason. Now, they need to be paid, but he's not paying you and you won't do anything about it. But it ends in the Ace of Swords, which is just like the key. There's your access, your information, your all that good stuff. So $14 a month. He got him some. He's got some lawyers.
A couple of $1 million in legal fees to a billionaire would be nothing. It's like, nothing. And like he never pays his lawyers.
So here's
anybody.
The best thing he ever did was run for president and have all the lawyers he wanted on staff for free at our expense.
Yeah. So here's a question. Is Rudy Giuliani going to sue him for what? For not paying him? Because he got Rudy Kaludi to do all the dirty work. They're squeezing Rudy by the balls. They suspended his license in New York. So he can't practice law in New York. And then he didn't pay him.
Rudy Kaludi, fresh and tooty.
I think karma suspended your license just to let you know you're not untouchable.
Thank you.
So is Rudy going to sue Trump for the money he owes him?
Sometimes you just need a reminder that ground is hard. So choose not to fall.
I love it when Johnie chuckles. And then there's a noise that Jenn makes, and then when Becca throws her head back, I'm like, whatever. When y'all do those 3 things, that's going to be good. What you got, Johnie? Go ahead.
So I get the 4 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. There is money that is being owed that is not being given. There's a conversation about it first instead of going straight for the lawsuit. But Donald Trump here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Emperor, this is my America card, wallowing in it on top of that, very happy. They are saying, hey, come back around the first. When I get my stamps, I got you. Because they're squeezing me right now. As you can see, I'm being sued by 98 different people in 58 different places. So maybe just give me to the first and then I got you. And then Rudy's like, no, because we had this conversation 3 times already. And so the first has come and gone and come and gone and come and gone. There's Fool and the Tower and then the King of Pentacles. For whatever reason, though, this with the 6 of Swords, we're going from the stormy seas to the calmer waters. There may be a bit of blackmailish going on right here. Because this is not a lawyer, but this is finances. There's some finances going on because the Fool hits the Tower. I think also with the Knight of Cups ending this, that he may take less than he is asking for. And so that's what I get, that there's some sort of happy medium between the two. Well, happy on Rudy's part because he's getting money, but some happy medium.
Yep.
Yeah, I get he's supporting him still right now while Rudy's going through all his court things. He's waiting until that's resolved. So timing isn't right for him to sue Trump. He's trying to not put that out there while he's being sued for lying about the election and all that stuff. But once that changes and that's complete, because he thinks he's going to get off on it, then he might do something with news, but with moneyed news, and go after him. But he'll have to return to him again and again and again, because he's going to have to move on from it. Trump has no money. He's hoping that the devil will satisfy him, and the devil's not gonna.
And whatever money he does have, he dang sure ain't gonna give it to you. Kind of a combination. I got a combination of what all of you have. Right now, he still has the allure and the illusion that they're still besties. They're still good. But his actual challenge is Trump himself, because he knows he's not going to pay that money. I got Knight of Pentacles as well, Johnie, in the recent past. He's very slow to move. And that's where I'm getting kind of what you got, Jen. Like, he's got his own stuff he's trying to deal with right now. So that's being held up. But in the emotions, they still are just, he thinks they're still BFF. I'm your friend, you're my friend, and we're friends till the end. Hey. However, in the environment is the moon. Something has not, I think there's just more that has to play out. Lack of a plan, and King of Swords, truth come out that your buddy is broke. He ain't gonna pay, or if he isn't broke, he's not gonna pay you.
He gotta pay his hair deed.
He gonna pay his spray tanner before he pays you.
I'm getting that there's going to be some disagreements here around perhaps compensation for travel. And it's kind of like a split, because on the one hand, it's you did it independently. On the other hand, it's I did it on your behalf. But there's something going on here around a person wanting compensation for their travel. So all them trips Giuliani took when he was the international man of mystery, flying all over the earth, looking for dirt on Joe Biden's kid, he wants compensation for that. So good luck, Buttercup. Speaking of crazies, I have a question. It can get gross, y'all. Okay, so Nancy Pelosi wants to start that commission now in the House for the January 6th. Guess whose name is being floated to be on the commission on the Republican side?
Not Crazy Lady.
Crazy Lady it is. Johnie wins $1 million.
Who was taken off all of her committees.
And now they want to put Marjorie Taylor Greene, the lady that thinks that there was Jewish space lasers that started the fires in California, and had to go hold a press briefing to announce that, yes, I just learned that the Holocaust was real. That lady. That's who they want to put on the commission for January 6th.
The same
lady who should be investigated herself.
I was going to say, Jen, the same lady who gave tours the day before.
Yep.
Sit down.
Yep. So will Marjorie Taylor Greene be on the January 6th House Commission? Because that right there, that just seems like that would be Kevin McCarthy's way of putting a stall on the commission itself, because now you can't agree on who's going to be on the commission,
And then when she gets there, if she's there, then just cause all the commotion you can to make this incomplete. And
so will she be on the commission?
oh Lord.
Yeah, let's just pull out all the major arcana on this.
I mean, seriously. Oh, Lord Jesus.
2x4s and the spiky shoes, too.
Literally nothing but major arcana.
Nancy is completely disgusted.
I just can't believe that would even be like a thing. Like this woman just had to hold a huge press briefing saying that, oh yeah, by the way, the Holocaust had happened.
Yeah, like this is going to be your legacy, justice, judgment on it. Yeah, there's going to be some swift action on this. Like, hold my beer. I got some questions for you here. Yeah, this is about over. You get offered to take a seat. Find your ass and sit down.
Yep. Amen.
Not happening. Not happening. And she gets support for that. Not happening.
Yeah. Because she's always trying to pull some kind of, I almost had a whole stream of cuss words and I could not, and I was like, no, find a clean word. And it was like more cuss words. I'm like, no, find a clean word. It was like more cuss words. Shenanigans and malarkey. There you go. Whew. But it's slow movement. They're going to actually slow her nomination down because they don't like the offer. She's going to, even though this was they're thinking she's a shoo-in, they want her there, but it's going to get slowed down. They're going to drag their feet. Like you said, Nancy is horrified, and she's going to pull something, though. She's going to pull something. She's got a plan. She's just starting a plan. She's going to pull something that's going to make sure that old girl is not on the committee. It's going to be a little backslide thing that we don't see or know that's coming.
I get a no for her, but somebody she works with, some man here, he's the one that's causing the problem. Because it starts with 8 of Swords in the tower for her. But here, this man is the one that's causing the issue, but they are indeed connected with that 3 of Pentacles there.
I wonder if that's Mr. I like young girls.
Or Kevin McCarthy. No.
This is a water sign, man, whoever it is. But it continues. It goes on. It progresses. Chariot, 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. So it's going on its course. I wonder if anybody will be charged from it, but it's going on its course.
I get hell no, bitch, you're blocked. Like, no, we don't need you crazy up in here. So should we ask about I Like Beer Jr., Matt Gaetz?
Will he be on it?
Yeah, will Matt Gaetz be on the commission?
Every time I love that meme where it's like his face next to Butthead from Beavis and Butthead, and they look exactly the same.
And I'm not a big fan of General Miley, whatever his name is, at all. But to sit there and be a silver spoon brat who has never served in uniform ever. To even take a shot at a general, like,
ridiculous.
Son, you wouldn't last a week.
I'm a pig and stupid.
I said it was that first day.
He's lost one advertiser. But at that point, 4-star general or Tucker Carlson, he should have lost all his advertisers. But then again, do what you want. People like Venom, so there you go.
But that's what I don't understand, Johnny. These idiots that watch Fox News, how do you not see that for years Fox News has been telling you we love the cops, we love the military, it's the Democrats. Flip a switch like that. We hate the cops, we hate the military. And they're like, we hate the cops, we hate the military. Like they don't.
FBI. Now the FBI did the insurrection.
Right. Yep.
Because they use the words FBI, which doesn't sound like cop. And then they use the word general that doesn't sound like military, I guess. Yeah. But it's like, surely you know that's the same thing. Just like the ACA and Obamacare are the same thing. But, you know, game of words, I guess.
Game of words. It's enough distortion from actually saying the real word. What was the question? It was something about Matt.
Matt Gaetz
Matt Gaetz will be on the committee.
Okay. I was too busy thinking of him as Butthead, y'all. I'm sorry.
He does look like Butthead, you know. And then I see people say that he looks like Eddie Munster. I'm like, at least Eddie Munster was nice, you know.
I keep getting the Wheel of Fortune and Death card back to back. side by side over and over and over in these readings on these people. I'm like, yeah, America's not going to tolerate that because Gates has his own things coming up in courts at heartbreak. These are 2 no cards for me. Hell no. Something is getting ready to move forward about his partying days. He's got indictments coming and more news coverage coming on him. He's moving on, crashing and burning in court.
I get this.
And then I get Wheel of Fortune and Death card, like change and time's up.
Yep. There's a major change that's coming because judgment and justice for him, and he's going to have to be withdrawn, retreat.
So picture it. Sicily, 1945. Matt Gates stands right next to the devil. The end. It's right on top of him. He is the one from the last reading that is going to try to get on this in particular commission. However, whatever the devil brings, which is all of his partying and so forth, anything you would think that would encompass the devil, up and including to donut shops, there is a lot of stress and strain, a lot of battle weariness around that devil. This is going to get serious for him in the next couple of weeks, especially the next 9 weeks. So he can look forward to being on any commission he wants to, but what he should be doing is commissioning some lawyers for that ass, because it's going to get very, very, very serious for you. The Emperor and the 2 of Pentacles, your authority is going to also be questioned. You do have the Tower in your near future, which means, like I said, next 9 weeks are going to be next 2 weeks, but next 9 weeks total are going to be very hard. But I don't see you on a commission either, though.
I see him far, 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 far away. Perhaps something to do with trafficking. Here's the results of this man, and then he goes on a trip, or he trafficked, or he's going away. He's far, 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 far away. So no for Gates. So I have one question before we move on to the petty stuff. Nina Turner, love her to pieces. Nina Turner is running for a congressional seat. She used to be a senator a while ago. Now she's running for Congress in Ohio's 11th district. The establishment Democrats, Hillary Clinton, went ahead and threw her hat in the ring for her opponent. Well, that kind of backfired, because then Nina's approval and everybody got behind Nina and said, go sit down, Hillary Clinton. So will Nina Turner win her congressional race for Ohio?
Is that Jim Jordan's district?
I'm not sure. Jim Jordan's in Ohio?
Isn't he in Ohio, or is he in Indiana?
Yeah, he's in Ohio.
Yeah, Ohio State University scandal. Yeah, he's Ohio.
Yeah, I'm not sure what district he's in. I just know she's running for Ohio 11. So he's my
I did a reading on her a while back when I first heard she was thinking about running. And I always got that, well, I got then in that reading that she gains a lot of support. And if I remember correctly, I think the problem, just like you stated, is coming from her side.
Because it's the establishment Democrats that are, like Dan Dave was saying, I concur with his opinion, 3/4 Republican.
They're saying in chat it's a different district from Jim's.
Different district.
I think he's a shoe-in if he decided to run again, but I think isn't he stopping to do something else?
Mr. I Like Kids and Jim Jordan?
There's another paste either.
God, I wish somebody would muzzle him. I can't with his fucking voice. The way he sounds like a fucking chihuahua to me, man. Like yelling and screaming doesn't make him more relevant. Shut your mouth. You know?
I don't like machismo. People who think they're tough and they're not. That bothers me to no end.
Yep. ASAP Rocky always says everybody wants to play the tough guy until Ish pops off.
Mhm.
Thank you, Lisa Loves Animals.
Oh, Lisa loves animals. I love animals too.
Well,
I can say I don't know. Well, I can say the cards say it's not. I feel like an 8-ball. Right now, it's uncertain. It's like I get the 2 of Wands and the Temperance. We are looking for support at this point. We're trying to find balance. Right now, the 8 of Wands and the King of Cups. She does have a huge supporter. This may even be Bernie because I know they are BFFs. But there's a guy here that's got her back. But her problem, again, 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, is winning support from her own side. King of Cups, Knight of Cups. She's trying to get it from her own side. So that's the problem she's running into right now, because there is the Hierophant, the establishment, the thing that's already there, the thing that's been there, the thing that people like her, like it, love it, hate it, or leave it, believe that they go to Washington to try to change, even though you never can, not by yourself. You're going to need to clone you and Omar or whatever her name is and ALC, all the people. You need to clone that at least 300 or 400 times before you can change Washington. It doesn't happen just like that. But I get the Moon and the Hermit, so it's not certain right now. She still has some kinks to work out.
Yeah, I get there's a lot of feminine energy around this election, so I feel like it will be a woman. Or it's going to fall on the women voters to get her in. She's got the loving cup, but she's not fundraising enough. So the money is imbalanced here. She's also facing some lies and manipulation. But I get they move forward with a woman who is strong, and victory card on that in the primaries. And then it's a rough transition for her a little bit, but or whoever wins the primary. But I get new job to the Democrat.
I have the same outcome. Three of Cups as the outcome. Her challenge, though, she's raising money though, but I think it is a way of thinking. The establishment Democrats, it's also the Republican Party itself. And I think, like you said, the infighting is coming from her family, or within the family, within the Democratic Party itself. She has been out in the cold in the past. However, there is something that's getting ready to blow up. I wouldn't even say that the tower would necessarily be bad. It may be like there's a surge or something that can come, that's going to come to kind of help bolster her. Because I remember, John, and I got the tower as soon as you said she's BFF with Bernie. I was like, maybe that endorsement is kind of what helps everything up, because there is going to be a new action for her. In the emotions, she's going to have to go back to the drawing board and planning, because there is, again, that thing that takes off for her. And then I get the 3 of Cups, though, as the outcome. So Mazel Tov is a celebration for somebody. Hopefully it's her.
I get that she wins debates, and that her reputation is seen very positively. There's a lot of hope behind her. It's a risk that people are willing to take, even though she may not be someone that's well known. But here it shows that she's got a lot of fame here, and she wins her debates, and she's a fighter. She's a fighter for people here with whip fighting, winning for something that people dream or you want, or some sort of a hope that you have. So she's recognized as a fighter here. So I knock on wood. So we're down to the last 6 minutes of the show. And we're going to end with our one of the petty questions for the night. So there was a guy, Brian Bentacourt. Bentacourt?
Bentacourt.
That he is a self-professed white supremacist. And he starts his hearing tomorrow, Monday, June 28th, for his participation in the Capitol riots, insurrection, whatever you want to call it. Well, he got caught because the dumbass decided to go riot at the Capitol while wearing his ankle monitor. So he got busted.
Can you spell dumbass?
I just
With a capital D. Oh no, I wasn't in violation of parole. I was just up here on the Capitol building.
the level of online bout it, knucketh you buck that you must have in one system to show up to a riot wearing an ankle monitor is better than a dude who showed up with his work badge on.
Is he that stupid, or does he just have really big balls?
It says that he got an ankle monitor because he was in violation of his parole and he was in Baltimore County. So I guess they put I don't know how these things work. They put an ankle monitor on him and he was like, you know what? I'm going to go participate in an insurrection. And now he's in court because he got busted because a dumbass wore his ankle monitor to an insurrection. You can't
Your
make
mama is so proud.
You cannot make this up. So I got two questions if time permits. Is he going to win the Idiot of the Year award? Well, there's Brian Bentacore win the Idiot of the Year award.
The big raspberry.
I'm not making this up, you guys. I'm not. Not Brian with an I. Brian Bryan. Bentacore Becancur. That's his name. Look it up.
I have the family card on the bottom. I don't think the apple falls far from the tree. If you know my meaning. I think his whole family is screwed up.
That the family gene in that Jen, the branches are real shallow. Roots and branches real shallow.
He is going to be in trouble for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
He's not the brightest bulb in the crayon box, and so with that 9 of Wands and that Wheel of Fortune, that does not spell good luck. You are going to be in trouble and inundated with trouble for a very, 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 very long time because of the new action that you took to go and be. You know what you should have did? Here's what you should have did. You should have left the house, but like, okay, I'll be back in 5 to 10 years because you're behind going to jail. Go to the insurrection, have all the fun you can, go pee in Nancy Pelosi's office, go chase Mike Pence up the stairs, whatever you want to do. You should have live streamed it at the same time.
Yeah.
You could have got some likes and clicks. I can't.
Very similar. 8 of Pentacles in the Hierophant. He is a professional level of stupid. Because with Hierophant with the courts, 8 of Pentacles, he's professional level of stupid. He's real good at it too with the Strength card. But however, 2 of Pentacles and 8 of Swords, he's always going to be balancing and juggling lockup. If it wasn't going to be this, it was going to be something else.
Yeah, his challenge is to walk away from this. He can't walk away from it. There's too much illumination on him. They know exactly where he was, and they've got something tangible on him with the ankle bracelet and everything. So sharing time, sharing money, sharing resources, offering his support. The court's going to get you, dude. That's all going to come to an end. You're going to have actions taken against you. You're going away for a while, and there's sort of truth on you.
So the question I asked
last winter,
right, Jen?
I asked if he was going to win the Idiot of the Year award, and I got dog, coffin, and cross. no. It's his loyalty that's going to get him into a crap ton of trouble. But this is saying no. So it makes me think that there's going to be someone even dumber that we're going to hear about. That, I mean, I just can't imagine what it would be. Like the guy that wore, like Adrian was saying, the guy that wore his work badge to the insurrection, the guy that wore his ankle bracelet to the insurrection, like, I can't possibly imagine how dumber you can get.
The guy that tased himself several times was.
Yep.
That was pretty stupid.
They just sentenced a grandma, a 40-something. I was like, damn, that's young. 40-something-year-old grandma the other day to, I think, 30-something months probation and God knows what else for her participation. I'm like, these people are not freaking smart.
But she goes on, like, she tried to act like she read all these books and she was changed and different. And then she goes on Fox News and, poor me, I'm the victim in this.
Yeah, I'm the victim for participating in an insurrection.
Don't get me started on my victimhood rant again.
So that's it for tonight, you guys. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Thank you, Adrian, for coming on, and Jenn for having me. I want to say thank you to everybody who super chatted tonight. I hope that we were entertaining. Does anybody have any closing comments? I know Johnny's doing a show with Adrian.
One on Friday, one on Saturday, 7 p.m. Just be here. There's a whole bunch of people. Come back.
If you
on
didn't,
Johnny's channel.
Yes.
On Johnny's.
If you didn't catch the show last night, go watch on Becca's or Johnny's channel with Tea with KARIN and Becca. That was an interesting video.
Great question. Yes, it's so fantastic.
Yeah. Next week back on my channel.
Yes, next week on Jenny's channel. Johnny's going to be doing stuff with whatever. Adrian over there.
One of these fingers points to everybody. Just do it.
So thank you all so very much. And I will try to come on again this week, probably do some grand tableaus. I will see how I'm feeling. So thank you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.